Hey, fire peeps, I'm Melanie Florence, and this is Hot Tea for the Soul. So this is the fire edition. This would be if you've got a bit of fire in your charts, or if you're looking at your spirit, your passion, your sex drive, your drive, all right, and where your inspiration's coming from. Did I say inspiration? Hopefully twice, right? So I am going to do us a Greenwood reading. I've been doing the Greenwood reading for about 25 years, and I do it for the weekly elementals because it's a nice walk through of where things are at. And I've got a few cards that I pull out to surround it. I've got other teas. I've got the sweet hot tea, the hot tea. Like I got the chilled iced tea, which I'm gonna do again after these, so that we can. It's a nice rainbow chakra, like with the Lemurian deck, which is really interesting. It's very modern with ancient stuff. That's how we spin it, right? So, I do personal readings. If you are after them, I do them like a YouTube clip like this. You don't have to talk to me. We cannot do it that way. I can send it to you, right? Or we can have an interactive one if you're after that sort of inspiration and that sort of consult. I'm definitely here and I'm up for it. They can go for a while. I book them in for an hour and a half, right? So, and I will get those other ones out to you, the YouTube ones out within 48 hours. All right, there's my promise to you from Big W. So, I am going to shuffle us some cards. I've been using the Dreamtime reading cards, which are from Laura Bowen, and these are connected to my Aboriginal DNA, my ancestors, right? Because I'm an Australian wildflower, I'm also going to use the Australian wildflower deck, right? Still under flora and fauna, so here we are. What have we got? The mountain, right? This is about strength and perseverance and what you've built and the nature of what you've built, being able, and the strength of the people around you, the strength of your perseverance, the strength of your foundations, right? We are the mountain, all right? And not the rock, we're the mountain. We're going to start with there. All right, let's go to the wildflower. Our wildflowers, let's go. What do we got? All right. Been a big week. My sister flipped her car. Big week. All right, what do I got? A lot of energy in the air. All right, full moon. I hope we all got through that. Last week's readings were on the full moon. Okay, where we are. What I got? The rabbit orchid. Abundance. All right, so we've got the rock and we've got the rabbit orchid. Let's have a reading. Let's do a bit of story time. Let's see, can't kick my teeth in today, what the rabbit orchid has to say today to us. All right, let's go, rabbit orchid. So, it's native to Western Australia and it grows about 30 centimetres tall and flowers from spring to early summer. Substantial improvement and reward are indicated. Business and career matters are a focus right now. You might want to apply for that promotion or new job, enroll in a course that supports goals. Fertility is highlighted. Issues surrounding birth and growth focus on commitment to creation are favourable for the most part. You must be willing to do the work and you must be doing to do the work though, and be open to getting out of your comfort zone. The issues around your family are important right now. Make sure everyone is being heard and supported. The challenges of the rabbit orchid are over enthusiasm and unfocused spontaneous actions. Be very mindful. We still got it in focus, yeah. Be very mindful to not overspend right now. As a healer, it assists with fertility, abundance issues, and supports those needing to release negative thoughts in general. All right, so it's saying don't be over enthusiastic and no spontaneous, unfocused action. So really being focused on that and what you're creating. All right, so you can get your abundance in this. So you've got a nice strong spot to create abundance from with this. Okay, so, oh, did I not pull them out? I'm sure I pulled them out. Where did I put them? Oopa. Oh, here. This is a sister deck because this is Cheryl and Darcy and this is Cheryl and Darcy. Oop, the Greenwich Oracle. Only came out a few weeks ago. It's got a lot of herbs and flowers and plants from the garden. Greenwich. All right, what are the things that'll naturally heal us from the garden? Let's see. Let's get a card from the Greenwich. Okay, one card from the Greenwich. Some of the big cards are really easy to shuffle, so sometimes it takes a moment for the card. And then it throws up 10. Oh, trust. All right, fiery basil. And there's wholeness with the blackberry. Mulberry. Okay. And we're going to go positivity as well. So we've got a lot of abundance. You've got to trust in your abundance. You've got to trust the money's going to come in. Basil often indicates money, all right? Anything that's green, leafy, and wide. Look at it. All right, so you've got to trust in your faith. You've got to trust in your intuition inside of this card. Look at it. It might be even a Scorpio element. I think that's Scorpio. Virgo, Scorpio. But this is fire we've got sort of in here. All right, so we've got that fire element and this mulberry, which is earthy. Which is, oh, wait a minute, that's water. They're saying this is a water element, and we've got the air element in that positivity. So there's a lot of energy going around here for you to trust. Trust in your wholeness, trust in your abundance, trust in your strong foundation that you've created yourself. Ooh, I like where this is building. Let's see. All right, and I'm just going to give us a card from the Earth Magic just to finish off before we go into the Greenwood. I've always got a few extra decks laying here. It's interesting which ones. Oh. Dream time. All right, this is about creation. So when we were talking with that rabbit orchid, we were talking about abundance in creating, having positivity in this. And this is creating your dreams. This is creating the things that you're inspired by, via people. So there's going to be a wholeness in you trying to create your dreams. I love looking at this. The foundations are really strong for this, right? That's where we're at. Positive, strong foundations, creating your dreams with your abundance. All right, wholeness. So in traditional form for me, I am going to eventually get 2 cameras. I hope. I'm just only starting out at this. All right, as it develops, I want another camera so we can watch me and watch it. All right, because I know you love me. But I'm going to turn it down to the deck. I'm going down to the table so you can see what actually comes up in the Greenwood reading, right? Because we like to see how it flows. So here we are. All right, so. I do say so a lot. It was pointed out in the first video, by the way. I'm going to start with the present state, fire people. We start with where we're at. Where did we get here? How do we get here, fire peeps? Oh, the shaman. All right, this is a healing process that you have perhaps gone through. The shaman takes his time and it's inspired. This is inspired from divine inspiration. So it's a divine inspiration healing where we connect to stuff and we actually manifest in our life. Like the shaman manifests, and he manifests his healing energy around you. That's the present state, is that creation of this dream time, this manifestations from your spirit. That's where our present start. Put it over there away. I need the Greenwood. All right. So, the next card is your spiritual mediator. It's the next energy that surrounds us, right? That we can utilize and work with. We've got reflection. All right. So, you can see there is a transition. You can see this transition. There's a body in the boat, right? Our soul is in the boat. We're going from one place to another. We're sort of disconnected from it. We're thinking. This is an air element. This is, that we're in this transition. It's the 6, right? So here we've got like this reflection, and we've got the water queen sitting in there. And we're really thinking about it, and the emotional, and we're disconnected from it. We're looking at our lives with a reflection of, while we're in this transition, looking at what happened, but being a little bit disconnected from it. So it's one in one hand, and we're looking at the reflection of our lives, and without being too judgmental of it. We're looking from a different perspective as we're in that transition with this shaman. Okay, nice. All right, the next card is the conscious will. It's what you consciously think about what's going on. What do we consciously think about what's going on? Oh, okay, want to express stuff, but what you really want is to rest your mind. Perhaps there is stuff that you need to get out so you can rest your mind. When something is sitting in there, quite often if it's repeating itself, it's coming up. It's something you're actually meant to say, right? But at this point, it's sort of saying, maybe get those things out. You need to meditate. You need to take a rest. The 4 is always a healing rest position inside of this deck of cards, right? So it is a real flow through that you need to, while you're going through this process, you've needed to rest your mind and not overthink. All right. That's what you consciously think. Don't overthink it. Okay. What's the driving force for the fire peeps this week? I'll take that one. All right. It's a little bit of a Ren energy. All right. This could be a earth element child, or this is really like, little nesting, like maybe going through your stuff. It might be decluttering. It might be renovating. It might be, but it might be a job offer. It might be that you're thinking about like the nest and your children, or how you're creating the stability inside of things, inside of your material world. Right? But this is a little bit of like, just, you know, making sure your bills are in check, making sure that you got it all sort of a little bit stable. Could be a job offer, maybe. Maybe starting renovations, maybe something material. All right, so the next card is your unconscious empathy. It's what we're unconsciously thinking, fire peeps. What have we got unconsciously in the air? Whoa, keep turning the deck over. I'm going to take that one because it's turned the deck over for it. And it's a big energy. So the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune! Right, everybody gets a spin, right? It's always spinning. It's always going up. It's always going down. We're always on the round of this. And so we know the world has changed, right? And this is taking that in your hands. What you hold on to, what you let go of very purposely is what makes your life, right? And so we choose to hold on to things. We choose to let go. And this is a spot where you know the world has changed. Massive, massive. It's continual this last year for obvious reasons, but it's an unconscious that you know the world's changing and you want to participate in it and be able to talk about it and have your own practical world inside of it and embrace those elements. Okay, the next card is the challenge. Ooh, the challenge is, I've got the deck upside down. The challenge is, what do you need to work on? Joy, feeling the joy, jumping for joy, actually feeling the joy from your circumstance. And I think it's been a standard where we ask people if you're okay. Nowadays, at the moment, it's like everything's not okay. So it's actually when you have joy in your life, how do you express that? You know, I was talking to somebody about yesterday about somebody who'd been given birth many years ago, and they had a really easy birth, and it all happened within an hour. She carried really easily. Within an hour from, you know, waters breaking, she went to the hospital, had a baby, and she found that she couldn't tell women that story because women were like, oh mine, oh mine. They couldn't share the joy. And so sometimes it's about how do you find the joy when you're okay, when things are turning okay. Maybe it is this that you're really having trouble finding the joy in all of this, inside of this creation. There is an abundance around you, and you need to trust in that wholeness and the strength of your foundation, right? All right, because you're creating energy. So this is joy of the heart. Where do you find joy? Let's find out. Let's find out what the healing element is. All right, peeps. So after this, I am going to put the individuals in the timestamps for each star sign. Didn't say that at the beginning. Hope everybody gets that. All right. One card, the healing element. It's that card. Bring your fire together. All right. In this, everybody's wands are turned in. All of those 8 wands are turned in, and the magic is happening there. The magic is happening inside of your heart, because this is doing this. Shaman has led you to do your heart works, to be inside of what your heart's desires are. What are the things that warm your soul, warm your house, your home? All right, what are these things? So all of these things, you're going to feel the hearth fire. You're going to feel the warmth inside of your spirit, right? While you're in this creation, while you're in this dream time, trust in the positivity, all right? In the wholeness of yourself, in your spiritual self, right? The shaman has led you on this course. You've done some deep thinking, some deep spiritual path to get to this, right? You're trying not to overthink it. You're doing this on a really subconscious level, knowing the world has changed, right? Knowing it has, and keeping your foundations, keeping everything a little bit stable in your actual physical world, right? This is fantastic. You need to see the joy in what's in your heart. The joy's in you. Joy was in your heart, in what you're creating. What's the outcome before we move on to individuals? What do we got? What's the outcome from the peeps? Oh, it's actually a very Sagittarian energy. Right, this is my day card. I'm a 14, this is 14. It's all the senses because it comes down to being a 5, but this is a healing element. You can see there, I've heard blood and semen, but I like spirit and body. You can see them balancing out. You can see them both getting inspiration. You can see them both balancing out. These snakes are always healing. All right, so maybe still a spot of meditation, but you're happy to be in it. This is not a hermitage stage. This is a healing stage where you actually balance out both parts of your being. All right, be positive. Okay, that's a nice round story for us, fire peeps. I really like this. Got a lot of positivity, got a bit of creation, a strong foundation that you need to trust. Trust the money's going to come in, trust in your wholeness. I'm going to do individual star signs. Right now, I'm going to start with Aries. What have I got for Aries people this week? Oops, straight out. The Green Man. Look at the strength. There's real passion and power inside of here. Taking this strength, this green man is really if we talk about the shaman getting inspiration from above and then taking that divine to healing, this guy gets inspiration and he actually applies it as practical applications in the world. So it's a real balance between your physical and your spiritual, just there, exactly what we're talking here. So there's maybe somebody in your life that is going to come along that's got this nice strong element that is really looking after the earth. Like the green man actually cares about the animals and cares about the people, cares about the animals and the trees and the forest more than he cares about the people, to be honest. This is very empowered in taking on passion and passionate endeavours in a real practical earthy way. Okay, 2 more. Time to get instruction. So it may be that you are getting instruction, you are the student, or you are giving instruction. It's time for you to take on the voice of actually being the master inside of this circumstance, right? So sometimes we're both. Sometimes we're still always learning, right? While we're actually implying that and we're actually being the master of the application of that verbally. Right, so this is a real spot where you're really embracing the strength of actually being either the student or it's a learning process inside of you while you're going. All right, so... Okay, one more for Aries. What do we got this week? Got the hot tea with the hot tea. Oh, wow. We got the green woman. Okay, so the green woman is the Empress. She is abundance. This is about abundance. This is trusting your abundance. She is positive. She is telling her story inside of there. This is the breath of life in there, right? That she's drawing in and telling her story, this path, this labyrinth, and there's a rebirth, and there's a strength of her passions inside of this. She's fertile abundance, and obviously she's his match, right? And so there's a strength in this. Maybe there's a communication that you're expressed, but you're going to be both, either you are both of these people, or this is a couple, and there's conversations, and there's this beautiful learning curve still going on inside of this relationship, possibly. All right? Or you're both, right? And you're able to express that. You're able to express yourself as the feminine and the masculine inside of your circumstance, embracing both and the power of both. Oh, nice spot, Aries. I like that. Very empowered. Okay. Next we have Leo. Oh, okay. Jealousy. All right, this could be that you are jealous of other people, that you aspire to have what they have, or that there is a menage a trois inside of your circumstance, right? That you are... That's what I get from everything that's going on here. This really feels like, Leo, this would be that people might be jealous of what you've got going on and what they perceive you've got going on, and this healing, this balance, this shaman, this path you have been on that brings you to a spot that that you really got your hearth fire burning. All right, so this can be about the conversations that are needing to be had, Leo. So getting to the heart of the matter, my sister says. I really like that. All right, so, let's see what else comes up. All right, so this can be you're aspiring to have something that somebody else has. It's how we work out things. We say, I like what that person's got going on. Like, sometimes that can be it. Oh, but this is justice. So what somebody puts in, what they put in is what you get out, right? What you reap is what you sow. What the roots of your tree is what your fruit of bears, right? This is an out of karma card when this comes out. So if people are talking smack, karma is going to come around on this. Or if you are after something that somebody else is after, your karma, you get what you put in. Okay, that's not saying you want their job. That just says that you might want what they've got, as in that's an aspiration for you. So maybe that jealousy will pay off, or if somebody else is this, it's going to be justice that serves in the circumstance, right? All right, one more. Leo. That's really direct. All right, one more for Leo, please. One more for Leo, please. There. Okay. All right, this is fiery, sexy, impassioned man who is bold and is quite happy to take a stand for what he believes in, right? This is at balance. You can see this is the snakes again. We have that healing element in here because we're actually in this expressly empowered by our bold passions, right? And we're really going after the things that we desire in life. All right, so this could be this person in your life. All right, and they're going to bring justice to this circumstance, perhaps. All right, these conversations might need to be had, that you're jealous of things. And so that you can get the balance inside of there, you need to have conversations. All right, there might be a little bit jealous going on what you've got going on, because this is very empowered. All right, what you put in is what you get out, with that card in the middle, with the justice card sitting in the middle. Thank you for being here, Leo. I really love it. I am going to have other teas out at the end of the week, and a couple today, hopefully. All right. I hope you have a good week, and I will catch you on the flip side. Thanks, Leo. All right, so last but not least, Sagittarius. What do we got for Sagittarius in the house? What do we got for Sagittarius? What do we got? Jump for my love, jump in, feel my touch, jump. All right, this is it. You know, I love this card. It is one of my favourite cards. There's 3 or 4 in this, and they're just the most beautiful cards. And there's rainbow, beautiful wings that we jump out with, right? And this spirit, our spirit's already jumped. Our thoughts have already jumped. We've already taken the leap. Here we're even only carrying what we need, or we're even leaving it behind. It's saying jump. Trust yourself. This trust that you have to have. This positivity in your creation and your abundance. Jump into it. Jump into your happiness. Jump into your joy. All right? Jump into your house fire. Jump into your healing. It's the process that you bought into a while ago, right? So this is jump. Keep jumping. Keep your spirit like this is the innocence. This is treating it like through looking at the eyes through childlike eyes. Looking to the world through childlike eyes. All right? Jumping. Jumping. Jumping for joy. All right. And so we have in here the Hermit. So we've got a real paradox in here. All right, you can jump for joy into your own path and actually still retreat from other people. All right, and still understand that you've got things that you need to learn, things that you need to go through, things that you need to actually, take time to. These are yours. It's your light. It's your light to cultivate, right? It's your tree. It's your tree that you're going back to. And we've still got the wren there. Look at that. The wren in our nest and really taking that time for our own foundation, our own material being, and our own healing inside of that. Really healing cards. Jump into your hermitage. Okay. Jump into your own spiritual quest. Because the ancestor is guiding you. The ancestor is here to help you on your path. You know you've never been alone. You follow your guiding light. We are the sum total of our DNA. We are the footsteps of the people who have come before us. In your blood, those people, they survive. Your ancestors are alive in you. All right, so this path is not just desired, it's a required position that you've been taking yourself through this. Jump into your healing, jump into your spiritual quest, jump into your shaman. All right, Sagittarius is very strong energies to the end of this reading. I really love that there's a beautiful foundation to all of this, and abundance and creation and this positivity and the wholeness that you can get from taking this position in your path. All right, rest your mind. Your soul is on its own journey in here. You can see the light. Just follow through. Beautiful. Sagittarius, thank you very much for being here. I hope you have a good week. Catch out my chilled iced tea, the rainbow chakra. I'm going to bring it out after I do the readings this evening. I hope you have a good week. I'll catch you on the flip side.